dodging water and lava, but clearly not spending any time sleeping in his bed. If you've seen my other recent Minecraft videos, you'll love this one. I started by building Steve. No, way bigger than that one. Still larger. That's the one. This mechanism is hidden inside that allows him to swing tracks. Right. Subscribe? Anyways, I made this frame heavy duty to handle the weight of all the tracks, lift arms, pins, and plates. Two large walls were used to attach it to the main base plate. It was time to install the tracks. Turns out I was overzealous on my design, and so I had to get rid of some tracks from each side. Remember, Steve is much larger than usual, so the whole middle portion is just 1 block wide in Minecraft, and I chose to show half of each block to the left and right, just to give more detail. Finally, they were connected together to create some endless terrain for Steve to run over. The next thing to do was motorize the terrain. I used 2 old NXT motors coupled through a differential to significantly increase torque without reducing speed. This terrain is supposed to breeze by because Steve will be running away from a phantom. You can see how when the motors run together, it works much better than with just one. Needing some extra room, I added a couple more small base plates to the main one. It was time to build a very tall yet durable frame to hold up both Steve and the Phantom, and create a place to attach all of the pulleys for the Phantom's movements. Yeah, the frame's gonna have to be taller than that. Structures aren't my specialty, but adding these lift arms to make triangles makes this act kind of like a truss, I think. Structural engineers, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. If I'm right, you should subscribe, and if I'm wrong, you should definitely subscribe. Yep, okay. Glad we cleared that up. A nighttime vibe would really make this scene. I added a moon, clouds, stars, and a perspective shot of faraway hills and trees, and one more key item, Steve's bed that's very clearly not being used. Now our frame just needed supports on the sides and more truss-like thingies. And of course, a top to connect all the frame sections together. Attaching Steve was next on the to-do list. One change I made was to add 2 transparent round bricks because all the corners on the arms and legs kept catching. Now they don't. I also used some of these cool transparent lift arms to make it appear that Steve isn't being supported at the top, but rather standing on the ground. Of course, there's actually a tiny gap. More structural supports. And okay, it was time to motorize Steve so he could run away. I made this section out of black, gray, and white parts to hide it against the night picture we just made. As this piece oscillates, the mechanism inside Steve will cause him to run. Adding a motor finished this part up. He's running a little slowly, but I'll speed it up as much as I can in the program. All I needed was a motorized reel. At last, it was ready to run. During flight, the tail would do 2 beats for every 1 beat of the wings, just like in Minecraft, and the speeds are the same too.